Kent County prosecutor is preparing to release his decision tomorrow on whether a Grand Rapids police officer will face charges in the shooting death of Patrick Lyoya.
Prosecutor Chris Becker is deciding if the officer, Christopher Shore, was justified in his use of deadly force when he shot and killed Patrick Lyoya April 4th. He will also announce if Officer Shore will face any charges.
Joining us now in studio, 3 Action tonight, News 8's Byron Tollefson. Byron.
Brian and Sue, Patrick Lyoya's family has been waiting more than 2 months for this. An attorney representing the family tells me it's a difficult night for them as they prepare for tomorrow's decision.
I hope and pray for the family that tomorrow is a better day and Mr. Becker comes off and lives up to his sworn duties and charges an officer because he absolutely utilized excessive force.
If prosecutor Chris Becker decides not to file charges against Officer Christopher Shore for killing Patrick Lyoya, the attorneys for the family say they will take action.
We're certainly going to reach out formally to Michigan Attorney General Nessel and ask her and her office to take over and do what the Kent County prosecutor failed to do.
Attorney Ben Crump has already reached out to the Justice Department to get involved.
If the original prosecutor doesn't charge, it's less likely that they will get involved. But in this day and age, with what we think that the clarity of what happened here on the video, we would certainly hope and encourage them and implore them to do that.
Johnson says the family is concerned tonight because they haven't heard from Becker.
It would really be nice for them to hear directly from the prosecutor, not that he's having a press conference tomorrow, but here's my decision and here's why. And obviously they're not going to get that from him. And to me, that's re-victimizing the victims, and it makes me very, very sad.
It's going to be one of the most important decisions ever made by Kent County Prosecutor's Office.
We love you! We got you! We got you!
Kent County Commissioner Robert S. Womack has been supporting the family since Lyoya was killed on April 4th.
To have someone shot in the back of the head, and if there's no charges, it just sets a bad precedent for the city of Grand Rapids that our lives don't matter.
He wants felony charges against Officer Shore, so more evidence will be shown to the public in court.
Right now, we just have the video to go from, but any court case is going to bring forth more evidence, the real pertinent evidence that we know to really judge this situation.
No matter what happens tomorrow, Womack is calling for peace.
We do plan to look for other ways of getting this to court if the decision does not come back that he's charged, so I'm asking people to pause and not tear up our city.
Johnson says if there are charges against Officer Shore, but they believe they aren't serious enough, it's possible they would still encourage Nessel to take over the case. Brian and Sue.
Byron Tollefson, thank you. We'll be covering that news conference tomorrow, both live here on Wood TV and at woodtv.com. It's expected to begin at about 3 o'clock.